My beloved child, breathe deeply now. Feel the air entering your lungs. That is me. I am the one who gave you this breath, this sunrise, this exact moment. You are not here by chance. This morning was written in my heart long before you opened your eyes. I woke you up not simply to live another day, but to remind you that your story is not over. I'm not finished with you yet. Every beat of your heart carries my purpose. Every moment that unfolds before you today is wrapped in my presence and covered by my grace. You may feel tired, uncertain, or even forgotten, but listen closely. I have never taken my eyes off you. When the night felt too long, I was there watching over you. When you whispered prayers into the silence, I was listening. You thought no one saw your tears, but I counted every single one. They did not fall into emptiness, they fell into my hands. I have been holding them, turning each one into a seed that will grow into something beautiful in its time. Do not mistake my silence for absence, my delay for denial. My timing is perfect, even when it feels like nothing is moving. I am not late, I am preparing. What you see as waiting is me arranging the pieces of your miracle. I move in ways your eyes cannot yet see, aligning hearts, opening paths, softening doors that once seemed closed. Every delay is protection. Every not yet is a whisper of love that says, trust me, child, I'm building something better. You see the surface? I see the whole picture. You see the clock? I see eternity. You asked me to move faster, but if I granted every request at your pace, you would miss the beauty I am forming in you. My goal is not only to change your situation, but to transform your spirit, to make your faith unshakable, your heart peaceful, your soul anchored in me. So, when you feel like giving up, remember this truth. You are not waiting alone. I am waiting with you. I am working while you rest, fighting battles you don't even know exist, and making a way through walls you thought would never fall. Look around, my child. The sun rises because I commanded it to. The birds sing because they trust that I will feed them. Creation does not rush, and yet everything blooms in its time. So rest in me. Stop running in fear. The moment you let go of control, you make room for me to take over. I don't need your strength. I need your surrender. I don't need your perfection. I need your trust. I am the God who brings light out of darkness, hope out of despair, and new beginnings from what others called the end. Today I just want you to know you are safe. You are loved. You are seen. You are held. No matter how uncertain the road looks ahead, my hands are steady around your life. Let that truth quiet your heart. Let peace settle where fear once lived. You do not need to fix everything. You only need to stay close to me. So walk gently into this new day. Let gratitude be your first word and trust your last. The same power that raised Lazarus still breathes inside of you. I'm not only the God of miracles, I am your Father, and I have chosen you again today. Rise, my beloved. The dawn has come, and I am with you. My child, I see the weight you've been carrying. I know how hard you've tried to hold everything together, smiling on the outside while your heart quietly trembles within. You've been strong for everyone else, and yet inside you feel empty, tired, almost invisible. You whisper, Lord, I can't do this anymore, and I whisper back, you don't have to. When your strength ends, mine begins. When your hands are shaking and your heart feels heavy, that is where I step in. I never asked you to carry this life alone. I never expected you to walk through the fire without my hand in yours. You see, you've been trying to solve what only I can heal. You've been trying to push what only I can, but I didn't call you to exhaustion. I called you to rest in me. Do you remember the waves that surrounded Peter when he began to sink? He didn't drown because he cried out to me. I didn't scold him for losing faith. I reached for him the moment he called my name. I'm doing the same for you right now. You may not feel my arms, but they are around you. You may not hear my voice clearly, but I am speaking to your heart even now. Be still. You're safe. You're loved. You're mine. There are moments when I let you come to the end of yourself, not to punish you, but to bring you closer. When you run out of your own strength, you finally make space for my power. You stop striving, and you start trusting. You stop fighting alone, and you start realizing that I've been fighting for you all along. Every battle you thought you lost has a hidden victory growing behind it. Every tear you cried became water for the seed of faith I planted in you. You see weakness, I see surrender. You see failure, I see the doorway to freedom. Because the truth is, I do my greatest work in broken places. I bring beauty out of ashes, hope out of hurt, and purpose out of pain. When life feels too heavy, it doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're human. And I love you in your humanity. I love you in your doubts, in your waiting, in your quiet tears at midnight. You don't need to perform to keep my love. You just need to let go. So breathe again, my precious one. Put down the armor you've been wearing for too long. You don't need to prove your strength to me. I already know how brave you are for simply standing today. I've seen you cry and still show kindness. I've seen you tired and still choose faith. That's what moves my heart. Not perfection, but persistence. The fact that you're still here means hope still lives inside you. Today I'm asking you to release what's been crushing you. Hand me the worries you've been trying to control. Let me carry the burdens that were never yours to bear. I am not just your God. I am your strength, your shelter, your steady ground. When you can't walk, I'll carry you. When you can't speak, I'll understand your silence. When you feel small and unseen, I'll remind you that the universe bends at the sound of your name because I love you that much. You don't need to have it all figured out. You only need to take the next breath and know that I'm right beside you in it. My grace is not just for your good days, it's for the days you collapse into my arms and whisper, "Help me." And when you do, I will. I always will. Now lift your eyes, my beloved. The end of your strength is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of mine. And I promise, what I start, I will finish beautifully. Leave your amen in the comments and your like so your life may be even more blessed. My beloved child, I know you often wonder, where are you, Lord? Why can't I see you moving? You pray, you hope, and yet sometimes all you hear is silence. I know that silence can feel like distance, but I want you to know something deep and true. Silence is not absence. Even when you cannot trace my hand, you can trust my heart. I am working behind the scenes of your life, arranging things you cannot yet understand. There are moments when I seem quiet because I'm setting the stage for something greater. Just as a painter steps back to look at the canvas before adding the final touch, I sometimes step into stillness, not to stop, but to perfect. Every detail of your life is being woven into a masterpiece. The threads don't make sense when you're looking too close, but when you step back in time, you'll see how perfectly I was aligning it all. Do you remember Joseph? He was betrayed, forgotten, and left in prison. For years, he saw no sign of my promise. Yet while he thought he was waiting, I was preparing him. I was preparing Pharaoh's dream, preparing the famine, preparing the palace. When everything came together, it wasn't late, it was right on time. My timing is always perfect, child, even when it feels painfully slow. I never waste your waiting. I use it to shape your faith, deepen your roots, and grow your trust until you no longer fear the unknown. You see, faith is not believing when you see the outcome, it's trusting me when everything is still hidden. I am in the unseen. I move in the quiet corners of your days, in the random conversation, the unexpected delay, the closed door that saved you from harm. You think it was disappointment, but it was my protection. You thought it was rejection, but it was redirection. What feels like a detour is often the shortest path to your destiny. Every unanswered prayer is not a no. Sometimes it's a gentle not yet, because I know what you don't. I see what you can't. I know which doors will lead to peace and which will lead to pain. I'm not holding back blessings from you. I'm holding them for you until you're ready to receive them fully. You might not see how I'm working, but I am. I never sleep. I never forget. Every detail, every second, every heartbeat of your story matters to me. You are walking through what feels like a storm right now, but I am in the storm with you. I'm calming things that your eyes can't see, hearts that need to soften, circumstances that must align, people who must be in place before your breakthrough comes. Sometimes I delay because what I'm preparing for you is so great it requires divine timing. I need to make sure everything and everyone connected to your promise is ready. So when nothing seems to move, remember this, I am moving. When nothing feels right, I am writing. When it seems like I've disappeared, I'm actually drawing you closer to my voice, so that when the miracle happens, you'll know it wasn't luck, it was me. I want the world to see that no human hand could have done it, that only God could. Hold on, my child, keep your faith alive. Even if you can't see the seed under the soil, know that it's growing. Roots form in the dark before flowers bloom in the light. What you think is the end of something might just be the beginning of something divine. Trust the unseen, because that's where I do my best work. And when your miracle finally unfolds, when every piece falls perfectly into place, you'll look back and whisper, "Now I understand. You were there all along." My precious child, I know how hard waiting can be. I see the frustration in your eyes, the questions in your heart, and the quiet ache that whispers, "How much longer, Lord?" You've prayed, you've believed, and still, it feels like nothing is happening. You wonder if I've forgotten you, if your prayers somehow got lost in heaven, but listen to me closely, I never forget. I never lose sight of you. The waiting you're in right now is not wasted time, it's sacred ground. It's the space where faith is planted, watered, and made strong. Faith is not built in the moments of instant answers. It grows in the silence and the tension between promise and fulfillment. Just like a seed hidden in the soil, something is happening even when you can't see it. The roots of faith grow deep in the dark. And I know waiting feels lonely. It feels like I'm far away. But, my child, I am closer to you in the waiting than you realize. While you're holding on, I'm holding you. You see, I use waiting to shape you, not to break you. I use it to teach you to walk by faith, not by sight. When everything is quiet, I'm training your spirit to listen for my whisper. When doors stay closed, I'm building your patience so you'll recognize the right one when it opens. When the answers take time, I'm stretching your heart to carry the blessings that are coming. The longer the preparation, the greater the purpose. Think about Abraham and Sarah. They waited years, decades for the child I promised. They doubted, they cried, they even laughed at the thought that it could still happen. But my promise stood firm. When the time came, I turned their laughter of doubt into the laughter of joy. That's what I'm doing in your life too. What feels delayed is being designed for perfect timing. I'm not punishing you with waiting. I'm positioning you for something far greater than you asked for. I know you want answers, you want movement, but sometimes my love looks like stillness. Sometimes the most loving thing I can do is make you pause, not to leave you stuck, but to let you grow. Because if I gave you everything right away, your faith would stay small. You'd celebrate the gift but forget the giver, so I slow you down. Not to harm you, but to remind you that I'm the source of every good thing. Do you know why waiting hurts? Because your heart already feels the promise, but your hands haven't touched it yet. You can sense it's coming, but it's not here yet. And that gap, my child, is where faith is born. It's where you learn to trust what you can't see, to believe even when you don't feel it, to stand when it would be easier to walk away. And when you keep trusting through the waiting, your faith becomes unshakable. You are learning patience, endurance, peace, and surrender. You are learning that hope is not about time, it's about trust. Every day you wait is a day your spirit grows stronger, your heart grows wiser, and your eyes learn to see me more clearly. The waiting is not punishment, it's preparation. It's proof that you believe in a God who never fails, even when life doesn't go as planned. So take heart, my beloved. Keep waiting with expectation, not despair. Keep speaking life over your situation. Keep worshiping in the hallway while the door is still closed. Because one day soon, the waiting will end, and when it does, it will make sense. You'll look back and realize that every delay was love, every pause was purpose, and every tear was watering the miracle that's now in bloom. Hold on a little longer. I am not late. I am on time. My time. And when I move, it will be clear that it could only have been me. My dear child, I know that fear has been whispering to you lately. It tells you that you're not enough, that things won't change, that you'll be stuck where you are forever. It keeps you awake at night and tries to steal the peace I've placed inside your heart. But hear me now. Fear is not your friend. It is a shadow that vanishes in my light. Do not be afraid, because my presence goes before you. I walk into every day, every battle, every unknown place before you ever arrive there. You never step into anything alone. When you wake up and the world feels heavy, I am already standing beside your bed. When you drive to work unsure of what will happen, I am in the seat next to you. When you enter rooms that make you nervous, I am there first. My hand is on the door handle before yours ever touches it. I know what's waiting for you because I've gone ahead to prepare it. And nothing, no person, no problem, no storm can remove you from the safety of my presence. Remember what I told Joshua. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid, for I am with you wherever you go. Those words weren't just for him. They are for you too. You don't have to fight your fears with your own strength. Just let me in. The moment you bring me into your fear, fear begins to lose its voice. Because fear feeds on distance, and where I am close, fear cannot live. You see, fear tells you that the future is uncertain, but I tell you the future's already written in my hands. Fear says you might fail. I say, even if you fall, I will lift you up. Fear says, you are alone. I say, you are surrounded. Fear says, it's too late. I say, I'm right on time. There is no truth in fear, only noise. And you, my beloved, must learn to turn down the noise and listen for my whisper. My whisper will always bring peace, because peace is proof that I am near. Do not be surprised when fear tries to visit you again. It's part of living in a broken world. But when it knocks on the door of your mind, don't invite it in. Instead, speak my name. Say, Jesus, you are with me. The moment you do, fear will start to fade. Light always wins over darkness, and I am that light. Every anxious thought, every worry, every what if, give them all to me. Lay them at my feet and let me trade your fear for my peace. Sometimes you think courage means not feeling afraid, but that's not true. Courage means walking forward even when you feel fear, because you know I'm walking beside you. Remember David facing Goliath? He wasn't fearless. He was full of faith. He didn't look at the size of the giant, he looked at the size of his God, and I want you to do the same. Don't measure your challenges against your strength. Measure them against mine. There is nothing coming your way today that I haven't already prepared you for. There is no battle ahead that I haven't already won in heaven. I am your shield when you feel exposed, your calm when the storm rages, your strength when your knees tremble. My presence is your armor. You don't need to understand how everything will work out. You just need to remember that I am here, always. Walk boldly, my child. Walk with peace. When you face something new, whisper, God is already there, and it will be true. Every step you take today is covered by my hand. Every moment you breathe is surrounded by my grace. I'm not just watching you, I'm walking with you, before you, and within you. So lift your head. The same God who parted the sea for Moses, who stood with Daniel in the lion's den, who walked through fire with 3 young men, that same God walks beside you right now. The path ahead may look uncertain, but my presence will light your way. You are not alone, and you never will be. My peace is your proof, and my love is your protection. Now breathe, child, let the fear fall away. The day ahead is not to be feared, it is to be trusted, because I go before you and I will never fail you. Leave your amen in the comments and your like so your life may be even more blessed. My beloved child, I have seen every tear that has ever fallen from your eyes. I have felt every ache, every disappointment, every heartbreak that has weighed heavy on your soul. You may not realize it now, but none of it has been wasted. Every bit of pain you've faced has been shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. I know you wish the pain had never come. I understand that, but I promise you, I will use every wound to write a story of healing that will touch more lives than you can imagine. Pain was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to reveal what's inside you, strength that you didn't know you had, faith that you didn't know could survive the storm, and a heart that keeps loving even after being broken. You see, my child, strength doesn't grow on mountaintops where life feels easy. It grows in valleys where your heart learns to depend on me. The hardest seasons of your life are very places where my power becomes most visible. When you look back one day, you'll realize that the pain you wanted me to take away was the same pain that brought you closer to my heart. When Joseph was betrayed by his brothers, sold into slavery, and forgotten in prison, he didn't see purpose. He saw pain. But I was working behind every scene, turning his suffering into preparation. By the time I lifted him to the palace, he was no longer bitter. He was ready. He had become someone who could carry blessing without breaking under its weight. That's what I'm doing in you. I'm not ignoring your pain, I'm refining it. I'm turning it into strength that no storm will ever take from you again. You may not like the fire, but the fire doesn't come to burn you, it comes to purify you. I'm burning away the fear that held you back, the doubts that made you small, and the guilt that tried to define you. You've been asking me, why did this happen, Lord? Why did they hurt me? Why did I have to lose so much? My child, I know those questions. I've heard them all. But hear me now, not everything that broke you came to destroy you. Some things came to rebuild you. I'm using even what was meant for evil to bring out good, just like I did with Joseph. Pain will always try to tell you that it's the end, but I'm here to tell you it's the beginning. Every scar you carry is not a mark of shame, it's a testimony that you survived what was meant to destroy you. You walked through fire and yet you're still standing. That is proof that I was there all along. I didn't stop every storm, but I never let the storm take you. You didn't lose me in your pain, you found me there. You discovered that my grace runs deeper than your wounds and that my presence shines brightest in the dark. So don't be ashamed of your pain, my child. Don't hide your scars. They're proof of my healing hand. Every time you tell your story, hope will awaken in someone else who thought their story was over. What hurt you will become what helps others heal. I'm transforming your pain into power and your tears into triumph. You are not broken. You are becoming whole in ways you couldn't see before. I know you wish the journey were easier, but gold is never pure until it passes through the fire. You are my gold. You are being refined for something greater. I am teaching you to walk with gentleness, to love deeper, to forgive freely, and to rise stronger. Every time you choose to keep believing, even with a hurting heart, you make heaven proud. So let me remind you today, I will redeem every bit of pain you've endured. I will restore what was stolen. I will heal what was shattered. I will turn the ashes into beauty. What broke you is becoming the foundation of your new strength. And one day you'll stand before others and say with tears of joy, now I see, God never wasted a single tear. Be at peace, my beloved. You are not defined by what hurt you. You are defined by how I am healing you, and I am not finished yet. My beloved child, I know how deeply you've been hurt. I've seen the betrayal that cut your heart open, the words that wounded your soul, and the moments you wished you could forget. I know the pain that comes from being misunderstood, rejected, or abandoned by people you trusted. Sometimes that pain sits quietly inside you, pretending to be gone, but I see it, I feel it, and I know how heavy it has become. You've carried it long enough, my child. It's time to let it go. Forgiveness is not saying what they did was right. It's not pretending you weren't hurt. Forgiveness means choosing freedom over bitterness. It means trusting me to handle what you cannot. I am justice, I am truth, and I am love. When you forgive, you place your pain into my hands, and I promise I will use it to heal, to teach, and to restore what was broken. But holding on to anger only chains you to the past. Let me break those chains today. You cannot walk into the future I have for you while looking back at what wounded you. Bitterness will drain your joy, poison your peace, and silence your prayers. You think you are protecting yourself by keeping the walls up, but those walls also keep my love from flowing freely into your heart. When you forgive, you open those walls and let light in again. I know it's not easy. I know you want an apology, a reason, an ending that makes sense. But forgiveness is not about them. It's about you and me. It's about your heart being healed so that you can breathe again. Do you remember when I forgave the ones who nailed me to the cross? They didn't deserve it. They didn't even ask for it. But I forgave them, not because they were worthy, but because love demanded it. That same love lives inside you. When you choose to forgive, you are most like me. You reflect my nature, my strength, and my peace. You show the world what divine love looks like. Love that refuses to stay bitter. Love that chooses peace over pain. You say, but Lord, it still hurts. I know, child. Healing doesn't happen all at once. It happens slowly, layer by layer, like the sunrise gently chasing away the night. Every time you choose to forgive again, the wound closes a little more. Every time you pray for the one who hurt you, you loosen the grip of bitterness around your heart. You don't need to forget what happened, but you do need to let me rewrite the memory. I can take what was once your greatest pain and turn it into the place where your greatest strength is born. Forgiving doesn't mean letting people hurt you. It means setting healthy boundaries with a peaceful heart instead of a bitter one. It means saying, I release you, not because you deserve it, but because I deserve peace. I will handle what they did. You don't have to seek revenge or try to prove your worth. You are already worthy, already loved, already free. Leave justice to me. I will bring truth to light in my perfect time. As you forgive others, don't forget to forgive yourself too. Stop punishing yourself for what you didn't know back then. Stop replaying your mistakes and calling them your identity. You are not what you did. You are who I say you are. Loved, chosen, redeemed, and new. I don't hold your past against you, so neither should. Forgiveness is the door to freedom. And once you walk through it, you'll feel lighter. The anger will fade. The tears will soften. And peace, my peace, will take its place. You'll finally understand what it means to be truly free. So today, open your hands and release every name, every memory, every hurt you've been holding. Whisper their names and say, I forgive, and then let me take it from there. Because when you let go, you don't lose, you gain everything. You gain joy, peace, healing, and a heart that beats in rhythm with mine. Trust me with your pain, child. Let me make something beautiful out of what was broken. The moment you forgive, heaven moves. And the same chains that held you for years will fall away forever. My beloved child, I know there are things in your life that feel finished. Dreams that died quietly. Prayers that you stopped praying. Parts of your heart that went numb after too much waiting and too much pain. You've told yourself it's over. It's too late. Maybe this just wasn't meant for me, but today I need you to hear me clearly. It's not over. What you thought was dead, I am bringing back to life. I am the God who breathes on dry bones and makes them stand again. Nothing is too far gone for me. I saw it the moment you gave up hope. I saw it when you said, I'm done trying, but even in that moment, I didn't give up on you. I never will. Where you see endings, I see beginnings. Where you see ashes, I see beauty rising. You see an empty tomb, I see resurrection. I specialize in too late. I arrive when everyone else has. You stopped believing because I wanted you to know that only I could have done it. Remember Lazarus? Everyone said it was over. And they buried him, they cried, they moved on. But I walked into that graveyard and spoke his name. And when I said, come forth, what was dead could not stay dead. My voice carried life, and life returned to him. That same voice is speaking over your life right now. I'm calling forth your dreams, your purpose, your hope, and your joy. What seemed buried is only waiting for my command. Sometimes I let things appear lifeless so you'll know that your miracle doesn't depend on your effort, it depends on my power. You've done all you could. You've tried, you've prayed, you've cried, and still nothing moved. That's because it's my turn now. You've come to the end of what human hands can do, and that's exactly where I begin. I'm stepping into the very places you thought I had forgotten, the relationships, the plans, the parts of you that once felt full of light but have grown quiet. I'm touching them again. I am breathing new life into your weary heart. You're going to feel passion where you once felt numb, hope where you once felt despair, and peace where you once felt chaos. I am waking up the parts of you that fell asleep under the weight of disappointment. I am restoring what life stole from you, not just replacing it, but renewing it. What I bring back will be stronger, deeper, and more beautiful than before. You may think your best days are behind you, but your story is far from finished. The very areas that look lifeless right now will soon be the proof of my glory. People will look at you and say, only God could have done that, because I will. I will restore your laughter. I will rebuild your confidence. I will give you strength you didn't know you had. And I will fill you with peace that doesn't make sense to anyone but you and me. Don't bury what I'm still building, my child. Don't call it dead when I've only called it resting. The delay wasn't denial, it was preparation. I needed time to prepare you, to shape your heart, to align what's ahead. I had to clear the old before I could bring the new. I had to let some doors close so the right ones could open. Everything you lost, every no you heard, every tear you cried, all of it has been leading to this moment. Now I'm breathing into your life again. I'm breathing peace into your chaos. I'm breathing strength into your weakness. I'm breathing faith into your doubts. The same breath that spoke the stars into existence is now moving through your heart, whispering, live again. So lift your eyes, my child. Do not live as if your story has ended. It's just turning the page. The best is not behind you. It's ahead, and I am already there waiting. What was empty will overflow. What was broken will shine. What was lost will be found. I am the God of resurrection, and I am not done with you. Today, stand still for a moment and breathe deeply. Feel that air fill your lungs. That's me. That's proof that you still have a purpose. I'm not only giving you another chance, I'm giving you a new beginning. Live, my beloved. Live fully, live freely, and know that I am making all things new. My precious child, I know there are moments when the road ahead feels hidden, when you can't see what's next, and every step feels uncertain. You look around and all you see are closed doors, unanswered prayers, and silence that feels endless. You whisper, Lord, I can't see the way. And I whisper back, you don't need to see it, my child. You just need to trust that I do. Faith is not built on what you see. It's built on who I am. When I ask you to walk by faith, I'm not asking you to pretend everything is fine. I'm asking you to hold my hand when it isn't. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to understand the whole plan. All you need is to take one small step at a time, trusting that I've already gone before you. I know where every path leads. I know which valleys will teach you strength and which mountains will show you victory. I know every turn, every delay, every hidden blessing waiting in the shadows. You see uncertainty? I see a journey of miracles waiting to unfold. Sometimes I allow the fog so you'll slow down and lean on my voice. If you could see everything clearly, you'd run ahead without me. But when you walk by faith, you learn to listen, to depend, and to find peace even when the path is unclear. Remember this, my light may not show you the entire road, but it will always shine on your next step. Do you remember Abraham? I asked him to leave his home without showing him the destination. He didn't have a map, just a promise. And he walked step by step, day by day, trusting that my voice would lead him to a land of blessing. That same faith is inside you. Every time you choose to move forward, even with trembling feet, heaven takes notice. Every time you say, I don't know how, but I'll trust you anyway, your faith grows stronger, your spirit grows deeper, and your destiny moves closer. My beloved, faith doesn't mean you'll never feel afraid. It means you'll keep walking even when fear tries to hold you back. It means choosing to believe that I am working even when the evidence hasn't shown up yet. Faith is saying, God, I don't see it, but I know you're good. I don't understand it, but I know you're faithful. It's walking in the dark with confidence that dawn will come because I am the dawn. Sometimes faith feels like standing still while everything inside you wants to run. Other times it feels like stepping out when nothing makes sense. But trust this, I will never ask you to walk where my grace cannot follow. I will never lead you somewhere my love cannot reach. Every path I place before you has purpose. Even detours hold hidden lessons that will prepare you for what's next. So when you feel lost, don't panic, pray. When you can't see the way, don't stop. Step forward. When your heart shakes with fear, take my hand. I will guide you through every twist, every storm, every valley. You may not understand where I'm taking you, but one day, you'll look back and realize that every uncertain step was leading you closer to something beautiful, closer to me. Do not fear the unknown, my child. I am in the unknown. I am in every moment you cannot control, every door you cannot open, every plan you cannot see. You don't need clarity when you have my presence. You don't need certainty when you have my promise. I am your guide, your compass, and your light. Keep walking even if it's slow. Keep believing even if your faith feels small. Keep trusting even if your heart trembles. You are not walking toward a dead end, you are walking into destiny. My hand is steady on your back, my voice is whispering peace into your soul, and my angels are clearing the way ahead of you. When it's all said and done, you will realize that every step you took in faith was worth it. The mountains you feared will become monuments of my faithfulness. The valleys you cried through will become gardens of gratitude. You'll see that I was never far, not even for a second. Every time you thought you were walking alone, I was carrying you. So lift your chin, my beloved. Take the next step with courage. You don't have to see the full picture. You just need to trust the painter. I'm leading you somewhere greater than you can imagine. Just walk with me, one breath, one prayer, one heartbeat at a time. My beloved child, take a deep breath and rest now. You've been walking through storms, climbing mountains, and waiting in long, silent valleys. You've faced fear, pain, loss, and change. You've kept walking when it was easier to stop, and you've held on when everything in you wanted to let go. I've watched every step, caught every tear, and carried you through every night when you thought you were alone. But listen now, you are not lost. You are not forgotten. You are safe. You are home. You see, the world will often make you feel like you must keep running to prove your worth, to fix what's broken, to find peace in people or places that never last. But peace isn't a place outside of you, it's a person living inside of you. It's me. You don't have to chase what I've already given you. You don't have to fight to be loved. You're already ardent. My love is not something you earn, it's something you rest in. When I created you, I didn't promise that life would be easy. I promised that you would never face it alone. My hands are big enough to hold the whole universe, yet gentle enough to hold your heart. The same hands that shaped the stars also shaped your soul, and those hands will never let you slip away. You are written on my palms. I know your name. I know your story. I know every detail of who you are, and I still call you mine. There will be moments when life shakes you, when everything around you changes, but I will never change. My love for you is constant, steady, unbreakable. Even when your faith feels small, my faithfulness remains strong. You may wander, but I will always find you. You may fall, but I will always lift you. You may lose your way, but I will always guide you home. You are safe because you are in me, and nothing, not time, not fear, not failure, can take you out of my hands. Do you remember the story of the prodigal son? He left home thinking he could find freedom somewhere else, but when he came back broken and ashamed, his father didn't punish him. He ran to him. That's who I am to you. I'm the Father who runs toward you every time you return, every time you whisper my name, every time you need love more than answers. I don't greet you with judgment, I greet you with open arms. You have looked for belonging in so many places, in success, in relationships, in approval, but your soul will always long for me because I am your forever home. You were made from my love, and you will always return to it. That's why nothing in this world truly satisfies you for long, because you weren't created to live only for this world. You were created for eternity, for me. My child, I need you to know this. No matter where you go, my presence will go with you. When you walk into new seasons, I am already there. When you face endings, I am preparing new beginnings. When you sit in silence, I am speaking softly to your heart. You are surrounded not by fear, not by failure, but by grace. My grace covers your past, fills your present, and prepares your future. So, rest now. Let the weight fall off your shoulders. Let go of the guilt, the worry, the need to understand everything. You don't have to be strong all the time. You don't have to have all the answers. You just need to be still and know that I am God, your protector, your provider, your peace. I am your anchor in the storm and your shelter in the fire. You are not walking toward safety. You are already safe because you are mine. Even when you can't feel me, I'm closer than your breath. Even when you can't see me, I'm working in every detail. And even when you can't hear me, my silence is still filled with love. You have never been alone, and you never will be. I have always been here, through every sunrise, every night, every heartbeat. Now lift your eyes to the heavens and feel my presence wrap around you like a soft light. I am your home, not just today, but forever. And nothing can take you from my embrace. So walk into this new day with peace in your heart. The past is forgiven, the present is held, and the future is safe. You are surrounded by my love, eternal, endless, and unbreakable. Wherever you go, I go with you. You belong to me, and that will never change. Welcome home, my child. You are safe here, always. My beloved child, before you go, take a quiet moment with me. If these words have touched your heart, it's because I was speaking directly to you. I want you to carry this peace with you, not just for today, but for every day that follows. Write your amen in the comments as a sign of your faith so that what was spoken here may come alive in your life. Let your amen be a whisper that reaches heaven, a way of saying, yes, Lord, I receive it. And if someone comes to your mind right now, someone who needs comfort, hope, or healing, don't keep this message to yourself. Share it with them. You never know how one small act of love can change a heart forever. Subscribe to this channel, my child, so that my words can continue to meet you in the quiet mornings and calm nights of your life. Let this be a place where your soul finds rest, where my voice reminds you that you are never alone. I am with you always, in every sunrise, in every breath, in every amen.